Welcome to another video, and today we are going to talk about CSEC, School-Based Assessment, Food, Nutrition, and Health, Assignment 2, Year 2, Term 2. And this assessment plan goes for 2024 through to 2026. Let's go. So the elements say, prepare, decorate, and present pastry, portion and store pastry. Let's go into the question. So these are the assessment that is required. 1, a practical demonstration. 2, oral questioning. 3, direct observation. And 4, of course, your final product evaluation. The students are expected to complete the activity within 2.5 hours. This includes time for cleanup and presentation. Planning and preparation time is not included in the 2.5 hours. Students are required to complete all activity during that test period. Proper use of tool and equipment. And finally, they should adhere to the safety guideline when using those tools and equipment. And prepare at least 2 servings for your dish. Let's go to the work activity. What are you asked to do? Your best friend's sweet 16th birthday is quickly approaching, and you both have been busy planning for the occasion. As a surprise for your friend, you have decided to showcase your pastry making skills by preparing a batch of sweet and savory pastry items. You have arranged with her parents to utilize your skills in rough puff pastry to prepare and serve. So you're asked to prepare and serve 1, a savory pastry item using a suitable vegetable, and 2, 2 sweet pastry items using 2 suitable fruit. What are we asked to do here? 3 dishes. So you're being asked to do 3 pastry. 1, a savory pastry, and 2 sweet pastry items. All right. So you will also take charge of decorating and serving the item to impress everyone at the party. So they're saying that you have to decorate your items. What are the skills that the candidate need? So you're asked to produce a range of product from any of these types of pastry. So shortcrust pastry, sweet pastry, choux pastry, puff pastry, sweet paste, cookie, and the list goes on. And they're asked, so prepare pastry from seasonal and fresh local produce. So you have to use fruits and vegetables that are in season. Before we go further into the project, let us talk about some types of pastry that they mentioned that we can use. 1, shortcrust pastry is the most popular pastry. And this is used for 3 main ingredients: cold water, fat, and flour. And when we say fat, we have different types of fat, yeah? Butter, margarine, lard, and the list goes on. So shortcrust pastry is made up of a rubbing in method. This method, fingered, are used to rub the fat, usually hard baking fat or butter, into flour. So these are some examples of the shortcrust pastry. You can make cherry pie, apple pie, chicken pie, lamb or shepherd pie. Let's move on to the flaky types of pastry. So the flaky type of pastry, that dough sheets dotted with multiple spots of fat between lamentation. What are the examples of our flaky pastry? So our famous one is patties. So the juicy patty, the mother's patty, the tastiest patty, and the list goes on. Those are made from flaky pastry. And when we say flaky, the moment you bite or you break those apart, the flakes start to fall. So it's a flaky type of pastry. So you can you can also have turnovers and sausage roll. You can make any of those. The next pastry they spoke about is the choux pastry. What is a choux pastry? It is a French favorite. Choux pastry tend to be used for sweet treat. Choux pastry starts life is a mixture of milk or water with butter, which is heated together in a saucepan until the butter melts. Flour is then added to form a dough, and egg are beaten to enrich it, creating a wonderful, smooth, golden mix, and then you pipe. So it have a filling. So these are so examples are cream puff, and you can make French donut as well, and you put your filling into the donut. Yeah, those are pastry. Let's talk about the puff pastry. This is the most difficult one. So puff pastry is a notorious for most one of the favorite difficult pastry to master. It's time consuming to create. So a dough of flour, sugar, salt, and water is rolled onto a triangle, and the butter is layered on top. The dough is then folded around the butter, a process known as lamentation, before being rolled out and folded repeatedly to create multiple layers. So examples of those pastries are almond puff pastry finger, cinnamon rolls, cheese and bacon turnover. Let's move on to the follow pastry. The follow pastry is perhaps the most difficult, they say. This is because it tends to dry out quickly. Follow is a paper thin pastry made up of several layers, which usually wrapped around a filling and brushed with butter and create delicate, flaky pastry. Examples can use a quiche, can use chicken pie, salmon and caraway follow pies. Prepare, organize, and coordinate. So one, make sure you interpret and plan your activity. Select your tools, equipment, and material needed for the task. Apply health and safety procedure. Organize your workstation. Work in a logical and sequential manner within the required time frame. Present and serve dishes. Item at the correct temperature. Garnish. Decorate dish item appropriately. And finally, perform all related housekeeping. So let us wrap up and keep in mind that we were asked to prepare and serve one, a savory item using a suitable vegetable, and two sweet pastry item using two suitable fruits. You are also asked to do decoration and serving to impress everyone at the party. And I will close by giving you my example. So for my savory item, I will do a mushroom and garlic savory. So I have my vegetable, which is the garlic, and my mushroom, and I can put any other protein with that. That's fine. And then for my two sweet pastry item, I will do an apple turnover and